Hey guys, what's going on? This is Market Omega back at it again this Friday with another weekly recap. I'll be going over standout trades from this week, so without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, guys, not a whole lot to talk about this week. I mean, if you guys have been trading, this is like the one of those times when nothing just seems to move. We're not having momentum. It's been a drought in the small cap land, right? So, pretty much these times you really just have to be careful. You have to be really selective on the stocks that you trade. And also, if you do trade, you have to, make sure you do it with like a smaller size and basically, just be aware of like, what's going on the tape and have your stops in place. Okay. So, that said, it was just, I mean, it's just nothing major. Looking at the SPY has actually rebounded from that sell-off that we had the last few days, and it's actually rebounded. I think the market is just going to keep on going up. It's going to keep going up. Some of these Republican states are pulling out from the enhanced unemployment, so I think it's like $300, and they're pulling out because they want people to go back to work because they're saying there's a labor shortage. So that's one of the things that's kind of made us sell off like this. But I don't think that's like the main factor. I think this is more so just a technical pullback because the market is going to continue higher. I just think we're going to continue higher, guys. That's just my opinion. I mean, I think we're going to continue higher, possibly leading up to the summer. Now, after the summer, I don't know, but I would bet, come July, we're somewhere around that 460 level or even more by July. Okay. Let's see. So as far as the stocks this week, there's nothing really, nothing looked good throughout this week. It was just slim pickings out there, guys. I mean, we had stocks that would just pop. They'll pretty much gap up and then just sell off, right? Gap up and sell off, and even the sell off hasn't, kind of like chop around and it wouldn't even give you enough range where you can short and make some decent money. Okay, so one of the stocks that moved this week was LEDS. Now LEDS, basically, LEDS is more of like a midday run, right? You see these stocks, the stocks that actually moved this week, they mostly started off as midday runners, right? They just come out of nowhere, start running, they hit the scans, maybe even gets halted, and that's kind of been the flavor of the week, right? So with like LEDS, it ran last week on the 6th and then pulled back, and then on the 10th, which was on Monday, right? I think that was a Monday. Yeah, so on the 10th, which was on Monday, the stock basically just opened up, hit the resistance, and then just sold off. That was pretty much it. Just hit the resistance, sold off, right? And then today you kind of have like the same thing, right? Today it just kind of opened and then rip, sell off, right? And right now it's kind of like doing this chop thing, that it did over here and over here. And I think that maybe, I mean, I don't know, it could go either way, but my gut is telling me that this thing kind of sells off towards the close. But if this day starts to rip back up, shorters beware because this thing could just break and then, you can get a nice move to the upside. Okay, so whenever you see stocks just kind of chopping up like this, it's a lot going on. It could be they're just trapping the shorts after these this nice pullback like this. They might just be trapping the shorts and then rip higher, or it could just be micro shelf insiders just getting ready to dump some more shares. So it's kind of hard to tell, but just keep it on watch. I think like towards the power hour, if it gets going, it's gonna move in the prevailing trend. So if it could either go like this and rip, or it could just go like that. Okay. So that's LEDS, and then we had PTIX. So that was a stock that ripped this week. Um, I didn't trade PTIX, but I know a few people that traded it. Pretty much, this was like a huge sell off from like the 670 level all the way down to 130. So more so, this is more of like a relief pop. So I looked at PTIX and did the analysis and looked at the filings and everything, and then I gave the people in the chat room my game plan. So pretty much just said that I was not going to trade it. I figured that they were just going to rip at the open, and eventually, it's just going to sell off. So that's kind of what's been happening here. So you got this crazy rip, right? The people that shorted right here, or they're taking profits, right? They're covering. Sorry, they're covering, and when they start covering, that creates this spike that you see there. Okay, so that was that with PTIX, and what other stocks that we have? We had Triple D. So Triple D, I didn't trade Triple D at the open. This was a stock that basically beat on earnings, right? They beat on the top and bottom line, and I think they actually guided higher, right? So the stock moved up, but I didn't trade this because it's just a lot of bag holders on the name. So this thing just kind of popped up here and then just kind of sold off here. But when the stock was actually, yeah, let me go back to the shorter time frame. When the stock was consolidating, I think I took a trade on it. Where was that? I think it was like somewhere around here. So I took a trade on it here. It was kind of pulling back to these levels right there. So I got long twice and made some money, but just nothing major, small size. Like pretty much the trades that I took throughout this whole week was just small size, right? We had we had LHDX. I think it was a stock here. LHDX. LHDX was just basically a stock that opened up. You know, the people that were trying to long this thing on the opening drive just got stopped out, and then this stock was coming back up here. So I got long on LHDX somewhere around $7, right? And then we got the rip all the way up to about 730s. Now, my strategy, the game plan was basically to add around that 730, right? To bring the average somewhere around here, right? And then I'll have twice the share size. And then eventually we're going to get a rip, over 730, 750, and then possibly get to this 760 area, which was my target. But I basically longed at 730, got the rip to 7. Along the 7, we got the rip to 730. I added at 730, and then boom, in one candle, just basically came through, just stopped me out. And then I held it. Well, actually, I didn't stop out right there, but I was holding it because I saw this move right there. So I was thinking, okay, probably try up the shorts, and then we get a move back up. But nope, came down. So I lost money on this. I lost some money. And then out of nowhere, this thing just came power hour, just all the way up from 6 all the way to 850. If you were just shorting this right here, or if you were just holding your shorts right here, you just got blown out, man. These people just lost a shit ton. This is crazy. It was a crazy move. So that was that on LHDX. We had some other moves and eyes and some other stocks, but I just never really paid too much attention to them. Let's see. I think we had eyes right here. I tried to trade eyes. I think I tried to trade it somewhere around there, but it was just eyes has always been a difficult stock for me to trade. I don't know why. It's just never been smooth, man. So I tried to trade it right there. Ended up getting stopped out. Got back in. I think I got back in somewhere around there 720. It popped up. I was holding for a bigger move, and then came back, stopped me out. So, and then I just left that alone. I just didn't want to bother with eyes anymore. I just said, hey, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with eyes. I don't want to trade it anymore. So that was that, and then we had AMC. So AMC is a continuation from yesterday, right? So it's pretty much with AMC, right? Let's see right here. So out of nowhere, the stock just started ripping, right? The stock pretty much just started ripping, and these. If you guys don't know, AMC has been one of those stocks that these Wall Street bets guys are really into. Like they've been trading these stocks, right? AMC, GME. What other stock we had? There's AMC, GME, EXPR. And I think there's another one, right? There's KOSS, yeah, KOSS. So they just started ripping, just out of nowhere, just started going up. So when I saw this thing break out at this level and just it's just pulling back, so I basically got long, got the rip, got back in, got the rip, and then I think I tried to get long on the third time, and then boom, I ended up stopping out. But I made money on this trade right here. Okay, I did make money. Now, I was actually down on the day because I had traded a certain stock, PALI, and PALI just it was just horrible, man. It just kept going down, no hope of going up. So I ended up losing money, but then I came back on AMC and then basically cut the loss by a huge amount. So I mean, I ended up being down on the day, but still, I mean, it wasn't anything major. It wasn't anything major. Okay, so that was AMC. Now we as far as today, we have IHT, right? IHT is one of those stocks that I'm watching. And just looking at IHT, it just kind of looks like this thing is just chopping around this level, right? The main breakout level I'm looking at is this $9 level. If this thing breaks $9, man, this is just goodbye to shorts. I mean, this is goodbye, goodbye. It's just gonna rip to possibly $12. I can almost guarantee it. I think if we break 9, it's gonna go to 10, and then possibly to 12. Okay, just the fact that it's just been consolidating this long. I mean, what in the like? If you look at this, like this is crazy consolidation, right? See this right here? Just move, pull back, move. And while it's doing all of this, just a series of higher lows, right? Higher lows, right? I mean, well, at least some, this was lower, but it's still within this actual. Let me see if I can go back into I don't know, 1 hour or whatever, right? I mean, it's still a nice little setup. Nice little setup right there. Just take a look at this thing. I mean, this thing is eventually when this thing gets going, it's bye bye. It's just gonna go crazy. It's gonna go nuts. Okay, so IHC is gonna be a play for the next few days. I'm just gonna keep it on watch. Every day I'm gonna watch IHT every single day because I know for a fact that eventually this thing is gonna rip. We're gonna get a nice little rip to the upside, and then just blow out the people that have been holding short at these levels. All right. So, I believe that's it. I mean, this week has been slow. Everybody's been complaining about this week being slow. Just go on Twitter, just in the chat rooms. Everybody is just complaining about it. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're short or long. It's just the same thing, right? If you're short, you need range. If you're long, you need range. And when you don't have range, what you don't want to do is you don't want to force these trades. You don't want to force trades because if you lose money, it's going to be hard for you to make it back. So knowing that, it's wise to size down, and if you don't see a good setup, then don't trade. Okay, if there's no good setups, then just don't trade. Just don't trade at all. And pretty much that's been my mantra, right? If I don't see a trade, I'm not gonna trade, or if I think that there's gonna be a good trade, I'm gonna approach it with small size. So today I had, I had a, I mean, it was kind of a choppy day, but I'm still green. Okay, I'm not up 5 figs, which is my daily goal, but I'm getting there. And this is one of the reasons why I'm watching this IHT stock, man. If we get a breakout eventually, I'm gonna take this, and this could be good for today. It could be really good for Friday. All right, guys. So that's it. That's pretty much the weekly recap. Not much to talk about. The market has been dead in small cap land for the last few weeks. So just take what the market gives you. No need to force trades. Okay. And guys, subscribe to marketomegatrades.com, guys. I can't stress that enough. Okay. The link is in the description below. We're actually growing as a community. I mean, we pretty much started less than 3 months ago, I think about 2 months ago, and we've actually grown more than I expected at this point, right? So we're fast growing. I usually get on the mic, about 30 minutes before the market opens, just to give you guys some game plan and let you guys know what I'm looking at and what the strategy is. And then I stay on the mic for about 2 hours, calling out plays, entries, exits, stops. And then I have my partner get on the mic, and he's got a whole different strategy, whole different, way of trading than I do. So you guys get to. He's more focused on the short side, by the way. So you guys get to hear his side, and that way you have two perspectives to work with, right? You have the long side, you have the short side, right? And then we have a few people that trade large caps in our room, and some people trade options, and we're big on crypto as well. We have a whole crypto room in our community. So feel free to subscribe, guys. MarketOmegaTrades.com. Link is in the description below, and also follow me on Twitter at MarketOmega. I usually post everything from stocks to cryptocurrencies, sports, and just life in general, guys. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Market Omega. When you do, hit the subscribe button. Turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload new content. All right, guys. Have a wonderful week. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. And I'll catch you guys next week with another weekly recap. Take care.